we're back. Let's get right into today's video. Henry Cejudo versus Yadong. Let's get right into it. But remember, this Saturday is the live watch party of this fight card, and Artur Beterbiev versus Dimitri Bivol. We have Brendan Allen versus Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Allen is 24-6. His country's United States. He stands at 6 foot 2 inches tall. He weighed at 185 pounds in his last win. Has a reach of 75 inches and a leg reach of 42 inches. While Anthony Hernandez, on the other hand, is 13-2-0-1 no contest. His country's United States. He stands at 6 foot tall. He also weighed at 185 pounds. Also has a reach of 75 inches and a leg reach of 40 inches. What is there to go for this fight stats already? Well, Brendan Allen has got 2 inches of height, which is quite a bit. The reach, exactly the same. It'll probably be a like 0.01 difference or something. It won't be the exact same, but in inches, it's the exact same. Leg reach, 2 inches go to Brendan Allen. I don't see it playing too much of a huge factor in this fight, but it's there if needed. Brendan Allen also has the more losses, more wins, so he has more experience, but Anthony Hernandez only has 2 losses and 13 wins, making him a lot more deadlier. Yes, Brendan Allen might have seen things that Fluffy's going to throw him, but Fluffy is only losing 2 times. Let's move on to win bars very quickly to see if Hernandez is on a win streak or if Brendan Allen is on a win streak and how their most previous wins are coming by. But let's move on to win by first. With Anthony Hernandez having a 23% KO TKO, 62% submission, 15% decision with an average fight time sitting at 9 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. While Brendan Allen, on the other hand, has a 21% KO TKO, 58% submission, 21% decision with an average fight time sitting at 10 minutes and a knockdown average of 0. Now, before we move on to the other stats, let's quickly go for this. 23% for Fluffy for knockouts, 62% for submission, 15% decision. He does have less wins, which is a factor. 100% is a factor, but most of his wins are coming by submission. And Brendan Allen, he has more wins, but over half of the wins are coming by submission. Some are coming by KO and TKO. He has the same amount of KO TKO wins as decision wins, but submissions is his main way to go. Hernandez, his most common wins are stoppage, but he does get the decision here and there. Let's see what they got in their previous fight. Was it a win or was it a loss? And let's see how many wins go into each category. We're going to start with Hernandez first. Hernandez's 2 losses are coming by knockout or a submission. He has 8 wins by submission, 3 wins by a KO and TKO, and 2 wins by decision. Michael Pereira, he won that fight by ground and pound, so KO/TKO. Just over a year ago, Roman Kopylov got rear naked choked by Fluffy, and then ground and pound, arm triangle, decision. He has only 1 loss in UFC, is it? No, 2 losses, which was when he first got into the UFC and his 3rd fight into the UFC. Kevin Holland landed a damaging shot with the knee to the body and then won via ground and pound, and Marcus Perez won via anaconda choke in round 2. So how does Fluffy get it done? He gets it done by submission. Most of his wins here are by submission. Yes, his most previous one was KO and TKO in round 5, but my question is, what led up to that? Was it a takedown that led up to the ground and pound? Or was there a knockdown that led up to this? But his most previous win 1 year ago, at least, other than the Michael Pereira one, he did get Roman Kopylov by rear naked choke. So now we're going to check out Brendan Allen. 3 losses of Brendan Allen's are by decision, 1 by submission, 2 by a KO or TKO. He has 5 KO and TKO wins, 14 submission wins, and 5 decision wins. His most previous loss was against Nasruddin Imavov via decision. He then beat Chris Curtis by decision, Paul Craig by rear naked choke, Bruno Silva by rear naked choke, Andre Muniz rear naked choke, Christoph Jotko beat him by rear naked choke, damn. Then decision, rear naked choke again, decision. Chris Curtis in the first fight they had lost to Sean Strickland. Here is a key factor. Anthony Hernandez in the LFA. So here is something that I didn't know. These 2 have already fought previously. Back in 2018, to be fair, it was a long time ago. Anthony Hernandez beaten by decision. I feel that this outcome to this fight will be a lot different. I don't think it'll be a decision. I hope it won't be a decision. I hope it'll be a very fun, entertaining fight where it gets really close for one guy. It appears they are both on, I was about to say winning streaks, but Nasruddin Imavov did end Brendan Allen's win streak, so it's a bit difficult to say that. But if we take away that loss, which you can't do that, most of his wins are coming by rear naked choke in the last, 5 fights. So if we're basing it off of the stats already, of these stats, it appears that Anthony Hernandez does have a bit of an upper hand where he's on a winning streak. Brendan Allen, his winning streak has just ended. Now, does that mean Brendan Allen, does that actually mean anything? No, not really. I mean, Brendan Allen might just lose that one fight and now beat Hernandez. Remember, these 2 have fought before, so they have some knowledge on how each other's gonna fight. They also have fight footage that they're going to be watching to see how they've excelled in the game of MMA. Now, without the grappling and significant strike stats, we can't sit here and go, okay, this guy's going to win because of this and how this guy's going to win. All we can go off of is Hernandez has won a lot of previous fights. He's on a win streak. Brendan Allen lost in his previous fight. They both have high submissions, so it will be a heavy grappling game. I do think it'll be heavy grappling. If I was to say one of them should stand and strike a bit, I would say Brendan Allen to start off with, because of the knee that Anthony Hernandez lost to against Kevin Holland. But I think Brendan Allen is the one who wants to avoid the striking. He wants to get the grappling. He wants to go for the submissions. I feel it's such a close fight on the feet, based off of the stats that we have. So I think Anthony Hernandez and Brendan Allen will both grapple, and we'll see how that goes. But let's move on to significant strikes to see if it does stay on the feet, how will they perform. Brendan Allen has an average of 4 punches landed per minute, 53% significant strikes, an average of 4 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 46%, while Anthony Hernandez, on the other hand, had an average of 5 punches landed per minute, 63% significant strikes, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 46%. They both have the same amount of defense. Hernandez absorbed less. Hernandez had better significant strike percentage, and Hernandez had a better landing average. I'd say on the feet, based off these stats, it's clear that Hernandez, based off his previous fight, did a lot better. He absorbed less. His defense, again, it's the same. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not great. I'd say it's average. But his significant strikes percentage and his landing per minute is the key factor here, because it shows that he can land a few, and Brendan Allen absorbed more with the same amount of defense, so therefore his opponent was not only outputting a lot more, he was landing more. So Brendan Allen took a lot more strikes, which, if this does strictly stay in a boxing style or kickboxing style, Anthony Hernandez would excel and do a lot better. But like I said, I don't think it stays on the feet. I don't think it's going to be a striking match. Basically, Hernandez would do better on the feet, basing off his previous fight, basing off the stats. But let's move on to the thing that I think this fight will be, and it's a grappling match. So let's move on to the grappling stats. Brendan Allen had an average of 2 takedowns, 39% takedown accuracy, 58% takedown defense with a submission average of 1, while Anthony Hernandez had an average of 7 takedowns, 44% takedown accuracy, 65% takedown defense, and a submission average of 2. Based off of these stats, Hernandez is dangerous coming into this fight. Now, Brendan Allen, yes, he lost his previous fight. Anthony Hernandez has all the stats going in his favor. He has everything he needs to win this fight. He has high takedown average, which means he's got pretty good cardio. His takedown accuracy wasn't the best, wasn't perfect. Again, it's an average thing. 44% with 7 takedowns is actually pretty impressive. 65% takedown defense, that's pretty good. That's a lot better than Brendan Allen. Brendan Allen had less takedowns, a worse takedown accuracy with less, a 58% takedown defense, which is worse. It is over half, so that's okay. And a submission average of 1, while Anthony Hernandez attempted a lot more, got a lot more takedowns, had a better takedown accuracy, had a better takedown defense, has the better striking. Now, Brendan Allen does have the height going into this one, so it will be in a lot closer, so it will, of course, force these two to be in the range to do the grappling. These two are, do I think they'll set it up to go to the grappling, or do I think they'll go straight to grappling, where they just get in close, cut down the range, feint things, and take it down? No, I think this is how I think the fight's going to play out. I think Anthony Hernandez is going to start with the jab. I think Anthony Hernandez is going to use the reach, and Brendan Allen is going to use his height, and Brendan Allen is going to work his way to the inside. Yes, he doesn't really have to work past the reach, but I still think he has to work building up the confidence to get the takedown on Anthony Hernandez. And I think they do get the takedown. I think it becomes a very heavy grappling match. Can I sit here and say who wins? I can't, because although the stats are amazing, the stats are going in Anthony Hernandez's favor. I want to see it be like Hernandez is going to win. Hernandez is on a winning streak. Brendan Allen's lost. When it comes to the grappling, it's who performs better, who does better down there, who has the more knowledge, who has the more skill. And I think Brendan Allen might have a little bit more skill, but don't quote me on that. We'll find out this Saturday. But this is just my thoughts, my opinions, and my predictions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins? How do you think they win? Apart from that, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.